Whoa, jeez, almost just stepped on a screw. What's up, everybody of the world? How's everybody doing? Hopefully they're good. I think tomorrow is Thanksgiving, Thursday. So, happy Thanksgiving from me to you. I've seen 3 movies in the last 5 days, and they're all new, thank God. I saw, let's see, the first one, I saw Secret in Their Eyes. I saw the night before, and I saw the new Mockingjay Hunger Games movie. So the first one I'll talk about is The Secret in Their Eyes, and I saw the commercials for that movie a bunch before it came out. It's the one with Julia Roberts and the African American gentleman. I don't know his name, but I think in the movie his name is Ray. And I'm gonna give spoilers, so if you want to see it, I would recommend checking it out. But if you don't want, you might not want to watch the rest of the review because I'm gonna give spoilers. So, anyways, that movie is freaking. It's. I saw the commercials for it, like they put it really early before it came out, but like once it actually came out, I'm like, yeah, I want to see that. It looks. I like Cop. I love First 48. I love 2020 and Dateline, all that stuff, and cop shows. It's like one of my favorite things to watch on TV. So like I don't know why I said that. So the movie came out, and what I didn't know was that the movie is actually a remake of like a foreign film that was in like the Sundance Festival, and I find that pretty interesting. But when it came out, I decided I wanted to go see it. I bought tickets and I wanted to go see it. And then when it first started, it was kind of like, sorry, I feel kind of awkward. There's someone like walking by, and I'm kind of embarrassed. But when the movie first started, it seemed like it just kind of like an episode of Law and Order, like SVU. I'm like, dang, this. It didn't really get that good reviews on the internet from like the real companies or whatever. But when it first started, I'm like, it's cool. I like it. Like, the movie's not really about Julia Roberts. Like, she doesn't really play that big of a role. The main character is actually the other guy, Ray, that I was talking about, and like he plays it really good. Like, he's really passionate, enthusiastic. He's really into his character, and like she plays her role too, but she doesn't really get that much screen time. So if you're a Julia Roberts fan, like she doesn't really act that much in the movie, but like so anyways, her daughter gets killed and raped, and they find her body, and they work for the FBI, and they're actually anti-terrorist, counter-terrorist people. But this is like back in the 9/11 days, and like counter-terror, blah blah blah. So it happened right next to a mosque that they're investigating that for terrorists. So they're like, that's the reason they get called out to it, and it just so happens it was her daughter, and that's horrible. And Ray just like feels like he was supposed to have coffee with her daughter that morning, and he missed it, and that was the morning she got killed. So he feels horrible, and he takes it upon himself to figure it out. And the one thing that I kind of found confusing about the movie was it goes back and forth from like present to future, past to future, past to present, and like the only way you can tell is by the color of people's hair, because people like lose hair or get gray hair or whatever. And like it gets kind of confusing at certain parts. So I'm like, what part is this, the past or the present? And like, anyways, he goes through all these prison records to track this guy down, and he believes he finds him. And everyone else is like, you need to drop the case because he's a snitch, the guy that killed her, and they think the rest of the law enforcement agencies are protecting him because he's a snitch. He has immunity, and they don't want to lose their source. And he just can't stand that. Like, he wants justice, she wants justice. The blonde lady, she doesn't really know what to do. She's kind of like does what anyone tells her to do, really. And excuse me. And anyways, big time spoilers coming up. But by the end of the movie, there's some good action scenes, some good chase scenes. and it doesn't just become like a Law and Order movie. It's not so boring like that. It turns into more like an Alfred Hitchcock like murder mystery. And what ended up happening was she's like, Ray, you need to stop chasing this person that you think, because he finds a guy who looks like him, but it's really not. It's just a guy who looks like him. And she's like, you need to give it up. Everyone tell him to give it up. He's like, no, I'm gonna catch him. But he thinks it's him. She's like, no, I killed him. Back in the day when he didn't get charged, I actually killed him, and I've had him buried in my yard. And the other lady's like, oh, I'm gonna have to charge you. Don't say this to me. And she's like, I'll deal with it now. It's been 10 years. I'll face the consequences. Blah blah blah. Well, that's not really what happened. What happened was Julia Roberts captured the guy and held him in a jail cell in her backyard, and he's been there for like 10 years. And Ray finally goes back there, and the movie ends is like he walks in on her feeding him, and she's like, oh no, I'm caught. And he's like, please get me out, please help me. And all he does is set his gun down. He loads his gun, and you're like, oh, he's gonna shoot somebody. And then he grabs a shovel and starts digging a hole. And then the movie ends. So all you really figure, so basically he spent his whole 10 years chasing someone who's already been caught. She said that he killed him, and she never did. And he's really just trapped in her backyard. And then the movie ends with him digging a hole, and all you can really assume is that he's gonna kill him and bury the guy. But it got bad reviews. Like, people didn't like it. I thought it was freaking cool. I thought it was cool. I really liked it. I thought it was exciting. Didn't expect to see that coming. The acting was good. All the characters were believable. Like I said, some of it's kind of Law and Order-ish, but that's cool. I like that type of stuff. But that movie's a good murder mystery for sure. I was happy I went to go see it. God bless.